You could feel it all over. I mean, that was a tense game. What changed, right? I mean, they opened the second half, Ryder does, with a 12-0 run, and then something changed. What was it?
Something changed. It was energy, because offense wasn't getting it done. The defense for Ryder was great. They went with the zone, and it really caused all sorts of problems. But it was Diamond Stone. The young fella did what really we've seen Indiana's big man Thomas Bryant do, and that's just bring energy. Energy and effort got him back into this game. He shows he's got the ability to make moves in the post, but again, it was the energy, the effort. Defensively, 2 big blocks, a good stat line, 12, 5, and 2 for the young fella who's going to continually see increased minutes. And then you see guys running the floor. I mean, again, it's effort. That's what you want from a young guy who is going to earn more and more minutes as the season goes on. You know, you do have a lot of size on this team. You want to see the best from him, though.
Did they solve that zone?
No, not at all. And if I'm any other Big Ten team or any team in the country, that's what I'm looking at and saying, why is it that they struggled against this zone? Because it wasn't a special zone. It's not Syracuse's length. This was Ryder in a 2-3 zone. Why were they not able to screen the top of this zone, get the ball inside? The ball went around the perimeter. They were not able to shoot the ball well from outside because nothing got easy. You've got to find a way to get inside that zone to break it down.
65-58, they pull out the 7-point victory. Dan Bonner is standing by with their head coach, Mark Turgeon.
Mark, a tough win for your team. It had to be difficult after the intensity of the last game. You started slowly. What were the keys to your comeback?
Well, we played with energy, finally, and the building was great again. We had a sold-out crowd. It's hard to win in college basketball. Good teams are fired up to play us. They were much more ready than we were. I thought Diamond Stone changed the game in the second half. He imposed his will inside. We made some shots in the second half, but our defense was really good. Our 1-3-1 helped us in the second half, kind of got him out of the rhythm a little bit. And then our ball screen defense was better in the second half, too. So, good win for us.
Well, Rashid Suleiman seemed to be a big key. He was guarding the ball most of the second half. Talk about him for a second.
Rashid's a heck of a player. You know, he does a lot of great things for us. Most importantly, he's leading us in a great way. And but no, he's a tremendous defender. We always try to get him on the best player, especially late in the game.
Thanks very much, Mark. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
All right, let's get back to the studio.
Dan, thanks, and Mark basically echoed exactly what you said.
I love it when coaches do that. I know what I'm talking about. This is great.
Even a
might
blind
keep
squirrel,
me around
right?
here for a little while.
Jake Layman, meanwhile, gets another double-double. I mean, I think that's what's interesting about this Maryland team. It's still early in the year, but Suleiman can play well. Stone's this top recruit. Carter is a big addition. Mello, we barely heard from in this game. Layman has a double-double. There's so many guys who can be very important for the Terps.
I think you're going to see a lot of that from Jake Layman, especially because he's playing the 3 position. So a guy with his size, athleticism, he plays on the perimeter primarily offensively. So you see more and more offensive rebounds because he's crashing with a guard covering him. And then defensively, he's untouched. He's not battling with big guys down low like he has in recent past. They have so much size. I mean, Tchaikovsky we talked about, Diamond Stone. I mean, Dodd comes in. They've got so much, and on top of Carter, the transfer, they've got so much side. It's going to make it really easy for guys like Jake Layman.
Last thing on this game before we move to other ones, is this to be chalked up to the emotional game against Georgetown that they just had?
Yeah, it could be a little bit of a hiccup. And yes, that was a tough game, and you could tell the crowd wasn't in it tonight like they were against Georgetown. I think everyone really sold out for that Georgetown game. But if you're a top 5 team, you can't have let-ups. The expectation is high. When you have that much talent, you can't have a let-up.